Warrant has been issued for South Florida rapper Kodak Black. Officials say Bill Capri, better known as Kodak Black, violated the conditions of his pretrial release. This mugshot is from his initial arrest last year when troopers pulled him over for driving with an expired driver's license and tags and found drugs on him.
Hey, look, come here. I'm not gonna arrest you on all right? This is just for the being. Come on, officially. All right.
The Florida court system has just released a new evidence file against Kodak Black titled End of Kodak. According to Broward County officials, his felony trafficking and possession trial is set for late 2025. Instead of being placed in a rehab program, Kodak is now officially headed to trial, something he didn't handle well. In response, he went on TikTok Live looking visibly unwell, desperately doing anything he could to convince people that he deserved rehab instead of prison time. A lawyer present in the courtroom noted, "The conversations between prosecutors and law enforcement suggest that Kodak won't be given another chance. A sentence is coming, but the real question is, how long?" Now that his case is officially moving through the court system, newly released body cam footage gives us a first-hand look at the moment Kodak was taken into custody.
Hey, look, come here. I'm not gonna arrest you on all right? This is just for the being. Come on, officially. All right. You know your license will good, but I'm not too worried about that. That's a secret.
At today's court hearing, prosecutors urged the judge to have Kodak held in jail until his trial begins, arguing that he isn't doing anything productive while out free. To back their point, they even presented a recent live stream showing Kodak Black erratically jumping up and down on his kitchen counters, behaving in a way they described as far from normal.
If you got the singing, you want a Mac. Got some singing. You got the singing. Singing, boy, on baby, that. Mac. Hey, Mac. Then a bed rest. Then a long nap. Because you pick it up, look, and you get it back.
We're relieved the judge decided to let Kodak remain free until the trial begins. But things took a troubling turn when his older case was brought up. Kodak was arrested on this very same charge 2 years ago, making him a repeat offender in the eyes of the court. On February 28, 2023, it was revealed that Kodak admitted to using drink but denied involvement with other substances, despite pleading not guilty to possession and firearm charges. He appeared in court for just 1 day, entered a not guilty plea on all counts, then went home and contradicted himself by admitting to the charges online.
I was asleep in front of my family house, bro. That's it. I was gonna drink, sleep in front of my people's house, but that ain't illegal. So all that's just a process. That it had to be any other mug shot. The process that even though like bogus is plastered all over the internet, and on top of that, it's like, bro, like, I'm Haitian. I mean, and then it's just like my era, bro, like around like, man, you better off.
Not long after that Instagram live, federal agents raided Kodak's Florida home and took him into custody. He was booked into jail, but about a month later, his attorney Brian Cohen negotiated a deal that spared him a 3-year sentence. Instead, Kodak was allowed to enter a rehab program in place of serving time behind bars.
Kodak, whose real name is Bill Capri, faced a judge Tuesday in Orange after turning himself in following an arrest warrant issued for violation of his pretrial release. Authorities said he tested positive during a random test earlier this month.
It is the unjust and not right about the situation.
Black, addressing the judge after the pretrial release technician testified he may have mixed up the samples between Black and another patient.
There's no way you tested positive. We can resolve that by way of a hair sample.
Judge Barbara Duffy then asking for a hair sample today to clear up the alleged mix-up, with Black refused, rather choosing to check into the Legacy Rehabilitation Facility for 30 days as part of his pretrial release.
In 2025, Kodak Black has once again been charged with the very same offense, officially marking him as a repeat offender and leaving little chance for leniency from the court. According to newly filed documents, prosecutors have assembled an extensive evidence record outlining Kodak's ongoing downward spiral, driven by his continued substance use. One particularly troubling entry points to an incident just 3 weeks after his release from rehab, when he appeared on Kai Cenat's livestream. Before an audience of 80,000 viewers, Kodak was seen drenched in sweat, swatting at invisible objects, and shouting incoherently, an unsettling snapshot of his deteriorating state of mind.
Always say about at times will feel good. That's what you say sometimes. Yeah. I thought your name was Bubba. Hey, oh.
The morning after the live stream, Bill Capri, better known as Kodak Black, went live on Instagram to address the situation. Thousands of fans tuned in, many of them frustrated and disappointed, as it became clear that Kodak had broken his sobriety for the sake of an online appearance.
So y'all people right who be on that, y'all be on all type. If y'all be on take all type of stupid. But I take one person, and y'all be so hurt. Y'all don't like it. Yeah. Everybody else will be coming out on that time. They ain't got no motion. They broke, they hurt, they something, or they trying to come into life some kind of way. I'm trying to they look any type of look. Yeah, I can come in that way. Oh, I think you need help. Oh, look, well, try to
With millions expressing disappointment over his broken sobriety and erratic live stream appearance, things only spiraled further downhill. Struggling to handle the backlash, Kodak took the criticism hard and saw a noticeable decline in his fanbase. In a troubling turn, he later went on Instagram Live again, saying he was simply waiting to pass away.
Right, you know, while we waiting, other people too, right? Other people, they don't know how to let time do its thing. Everybody like let time do it. Real time is the best. What you call it? Whether it's heal or whatever, it's gonna let time do it. You gotta be patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. You know, and it makes absolutely zero sense, no sense at all to try to approach the situation with any type of aggression. The whole world, everybody don't be men on. Everybody, you know, are we waiting? Are we just down here waiting on one?
What made the moment even more unsettling was that Kodak wasn't speaking from his own thoughts. He was echoing a viral tweet. The post read, "Every time I see Kodak Black, I get so sad. That man has like 4 baby mamas, and not one of you greedy women cares about him for real. Why aren't y'all helping? You're probably just sitting around waiting for him to pass away." On Instagram Live, Kodak repeated those exact words, only deepening the concern surrounding him. And that was just the beginning. More tweets began circulating, including one that said, "Every day I see a new video of Kodak strung out, not even acting human. Is somebody going to help him?" The eerie timing of that comment became clear the very next day, when Kodak was spotted in the middle of the street, eating chicken and staggering around like a zombie.
Okay. Take a seat next to him. Take a seat next to him. Enjoy that fun. Enjoy that. Take a seat next to him, brother.
Hold on. I want to be better. Bro, I want to do it.
The clip quickly went viral, sparking widespread concern. It was obvious Kodak was in desperate need of help. The video even caught the attention of Kanye West, who later went live on Instagram himself, calling on fellow rappers in the Florida scene to join him in stepping up and trying to save Kodak.